newcomer teachers, here's another quick thing to do with a newcomer if you have little time to give them a 5-minute instruction so they could work where they're at. And of course, if you have someone who could do this for you, a parent or aide, that would be excellent. Okay, so today we're going to talk about vocabulary focusing on emotions. We're going to talk about a couple of basic shapes. If you have a couple of ELD 2s or higher level newcomers, we're going to talk about expanding this with versus un in terms of articles, a couple of parts of the body, numbers 1, 2, and 3, and commas in a series. Okay, so this activity contains something for all of that. Okay, so first off, around the season, I like to do this activity seasonally several times a year, and I do think several times a year because some newcomers are very they're very transient. They come, they enroll in a school, and they leave. Some of them are there for the long haul. It's their permanent home, and we love having them. But some of them end up moving elsewhere, and so you never know when you're going to get a child in your program, and then they leave, and sometimes they come back. So I like to do things several times a year, and I tend to do this activity every holiday because kids love holidays. So I pick something that symbolizes the holidays. If it was Halloween, I pick pumpkins. This past Christmas time, I did snowmen. Actually, my vice principal did snowmen. She did this activity while I was getting some stuff together. So I picked some suns because here we're in quarantine and the sun's finally out where I live, and I'm very excited about that. So maybe it's springtime, I pick some suns, right? So I'm going to draw the suns with the newcomer or group of newcomers watching, or my ELD 1 class if I'm doing that. And while I'm drawing and they're drawing, at the same time, I'm going to be using a lot of words. I'm going to say, okay, let's make a circle. Let's make another circle. We're going to make a third circle, right? And then let's make some lines. Does anyone know what I'm making? And if someone says a sun, great. If someone says it in another language and you understand it, great. So you're going to say a sun, and we have 3 suns. 3 suns. And we're going to make faces, so you need to do a little pantomiming yourself. Happy, right? We have a happy sun. And you know, my artistic ability isn't great, but that doesn't matter. We have a sad sun, and here's my sad sun, and we're gonna have an angry sun, and you could have the child, even older children, make the face. They might not get all that into it, but they'll make the face, right? An angry sun. And here you're gonna write a happy sun, a sad sun, an angry sun. If you have some higher level kids, ELD 2, I'd do a little mini lesson or a different day, and I talk about the difference between and un. That's for another day. Then I go ahead and I write question stems such as these that they could copy. There are 3 suns. Each sun has 1 mouth, and you could point here or point to your own or have them point to their own mouth. 1 mouth, comma, 1 nose, comma, and 2 eyes. So you're doing this with them. And here I put, I am happy when, and they could just draw a picture here. I am sad when, and they could draw a picture here. I am angry when. And for your upper grade kids, you don't have to get out the full Crayolas. They could just do something, sketch with the pencil, right? And as always, we want to repeat this 3 times with them. So you'll have them follow on their paper or yours. 1, there are 3 suns. Breathe. Number 2, each sun has 1 mouth, 1 nose, and 2 eyes. And with the commas, usually after every period, I have my kids do a breath. But for the commas, I make it kind of funny, and I have them do a short breath, a short, quick breath, so they understand a comma means a small pause. So a small pause, right? And then you're going to say each one. And if they can, in their own language, they could tell you what the pictures are. If they can't, that's okay. If you have a translator, another student in the classroom who speaks that language, that'd be great to pull them in. Then when they're off on their own during workshop time, they could always recopy this, copy this on their own, and then they could say it to a friend or say it at home. If you have a couple of level 2s, I have some extension activities could be more complex shapes. So here I did a hexagon, and then some more complex emotions like a surprise hexagon, a sleepy diamond, and of course you could add things like eyebrows, ears, hair, eyelashes, cheeks. There's all kinds of things you could add. Okay, that's it. Thank you.